Hello everyone, in particular those living in Narangba, as I bring to you a market update summarising a lot of what we've learnt this year, keeping up to date with what's happened over the past year, and a few more things that we can expect to know moving forward. Now, a couple of interesting things that we may not be aware of, but is actually true, is the average home price. So the average value of what properties are worth in Narangba. If we had to have a guess on what some of those home prices are doing, some people would say that they've probably fallen off the cliff a little bit, but in actual reality, when you look at the map of Narangba and all the little sub-estates in Narangba, we've actually experienced a lot of growth over the last 12 months. So much so that the average home price has risen $30,000 from $741,000 to $771,000 over the last 12 months, which is astounding to see. And also just continues to show that the growth and the allure of the estate is performing very well. And it goes to show that the track record and the history of Narangba is a really great predictor for future performance, and we expect those numbers to continue to power on. What might come as no surprise though is that properties are hard to find, particularly if you're a buyer. You might have something to sell, but you can't find something to buy. So historically, over every year for the past 5 years, for every 100 properties on the market that you'd expect to see, at the moment, we're at 77. So that shows just how much of a constriction of stock there is. However, as a homeowner, what that means is that there's scarcity in the market. So prices remain quite buoyant, and they are underpinned with that pressure of not just the amount of buyers in the market, but the lack of stock, really creating a solid foundation under your home price in not allowing it to dip and slide. And of course, with the supply and demand curve, when we're now experiencing lower levels of supply with increased levels of demand, that's only going to mean one trajectory for prices. And we're expecting a very linear, very consistent growth profile of property prices over the next 12 months. New development in Narangba and new properties becoming available for those who might want to have a home and land package. We can see that the main estate which that activity is happening in is Narangba Heights, which at the moment is about 65% all sold, which over the next 6 to 9 to 12 months is going to be completely sold, and that estate will then form its boundaries, and that's going to be the case. Now, new land moving forward is actually going to be located in Narangba East. So think Callaghan Road, Morgan Road. There's new estates there called Aria, which is now in the beginning stages of releasing land packages. So that will be the next location to buy something between 300 square meters and 650 square meters. But there is absolutely no land available for anything bigger than that, such as 1,000 square meters or 3/4 acre, unless you find a very rare subdivided block. And the Moreton Highway. So that was quite contentious, particularly if you're an acreage owner in the rural parts of Narangba, not knowing where the path is going to go. Now that has been locked in for Narangba. We know exactly where those boundaries lie for those property owners, and particularly those who might be experiencing resumptions or buybacks from the government. So if you are a property owner and you have had your talk with Department of Main Roads and you've got your resumption notices, you know exactly what's going on. If you're an acreage owner and you are yet to experience any noise about Department of Main Roads and this highway, is it going to affect you? Chances are it's probably not. All those notices have been sent out already, and I am working with a lot of landowners on buybacks and all those resumption notices. So if you haven't got any news, you're probably not affected. You could be close, but very much doubt that your property is actually going to be in the path of this new highway. So summarising for the market in Narangba, it's always had this allure to it. There's more roundabouts than there is traffic lights. There's more properties than there is commercial buildings. And that is really emanating out into the marketplace where people know it's a very family-centric location. That hasn't changed. Very, very unlikely to change in what the suburb can expect moving forward. So prices probably continuing to tick along, very consistent, very linear. Over the next 12 months, we really don't expect any drop in the property advancements, but nor do we experience any increase in the pace in which the property prices are growing until the interest rates start falling next year.